We are entering the age of Aquarius, moving toward the fifth dimension. Many people find themselves connected to this period of transformation and naturally feel different from the majority. Their preferences have evolved. They no longer feel comfortable in certain environments or engaging in conversations that were once familiar to them. In today's video, we'll discuss some attitudes of people who are already living in spiritual awakening. These are individuals who have gone through this process and, along with the Earth, have reached this crucial stage of change that leads them to evolution. It's important to clarify that these are not perfect people, but rather conscious individuals. Those who are conscious have come to understand that they are responsible for their own happiness, and this aspect is intrinsically linked to our mind. When you transform everything within, you experience a complete change in your life. To start this transformation process, it is essential to free yourself from preconceived beliefs, letting go of limiting and outdated beliefs. But what are these changes? What are the attitudes of a person who is already in the fifth dimension? Number one, they love solitude. People who are awakened love solitude. They don't feel the need to be surrounded by others. Being alone doesn't cause them depression or sadness. They enjoy their own company because it's a way to recharge their energies. They stay with their own thoughts, seeking knowledge alone, in meditation, in silence, close to nature. They don't miss others. However, this doesn't mean they don't have good friends and occasionally get together to celebrate. Number two, they take responsibility for their own happiness. People in the fifth dimension take responsibility for their own happiness by recognizing that it's in their hands to cultivate it from within through conscious choices, personal and spiritual growth, and a positive attitude toward life. Instead of seeking happiness outside themselves, they know they must work on their personal and spiritual growth to cultivate it from within. This involves making conscious decisions, focusing on positive and constructive thoughts, practicing gratitude and forgiveness, taking care of their physical and emotional well-being, and setting healthy boundaries in relationships, among other aspects. In the fifth dimension, people also understand that they are responsible for how they perceive situations and how they react to them. They recognize that they can choose to focus on the negative or find the learning and growth in every experience. Additionally, they realize that being happy doesn't mean always jumping for joy or avoiding any kind of pain. True happiness lies in living from an authentic place, connected to oneself, accepting all emotions and experiences as part of life's journey. Number three, they have a more developed spiritual vision and a greater awareness of their connection with the universe. Unlike people in lower dimensions, those in the fifth dimension experience greater compassion, empathy, and unconditional love for other living beings. They have the ability to perceive and communicate with beings from other dimensions, as well as access information and knowledge beyond conventional human understanding. Their spiritual vision allows them to see beyond the limitations of time and space, granting them a deeper understanding of past, present, and future events. In the fifth dimension, people are more aligned with their true selves and live in harmony with their purpose and vocation in life. They have a deep connection with their intuition and trust it to make important decisions. Number four, they understand that the solutions to their problems lie within themselves, not outside. These individuals understand that they have the power and ability to find answers and solutions within themselves, rather than seeking them externally. They understand that they are creators and conscious of their reality, and recognize that they can manifest positive changes in their lives by connecting with their own inner wisdom. They realize that they don't need to depend on or wait for others to provide the answers, but rather they have the ability to explore within to find the solutions they need. Instead of seeking external validation or superficial solutions, they dive into an internal process of self-knowledge and self-discovery. From this perspective, people in the fifth dimension understand that every experience, challenge, or problem is an opportunity to grow and learn more about themselves. Instead of resisting or avoiding challenges, they embrace these moments as opportunities to expand their consciousness and elevate their vibration. By being connected with their inner essence, they can tune into greater mental clarity, intuition, and insight. This allows them to make more informed decisions, trust their instincts, and follow the right path to solve the problems they face. If you like the video, we appreciate a like. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to stay up to date with everything we bring for you. We appreciate your interest. Number 5, they don't judge others. People who are in spiritual awakening in the 5th dimension tend to have greater understanding and acceptance of others. Instead of judging, they seek to understand others' experiences from a broader and more compassionate perspective. These individuals recognize that we are all at different points on our own spiritual paths and understand that each person has their own unique lessons and challenges to face. Instead of judging, they focus on unconditional love and empathy toward others. Additionally, those who are in spiritual awakening in the 5th dimension have a greater awareness of the interconnectedness of all living beings. They recognize that our actions and thoughts impact both ourselves and others, so they strive to live from a place of love, compassion, and respect for all forms of life. In contrast, people who are not yet awakened are concerned with what others do, how they dress, what choices they make in their lives. These negative attitudes are due to their limited knowledge of the spiritual world. However, we all go through an evolutionary process. Each person is at a different stage. There is much to learn. It's similar to the experiences we live as human beings from the time we are born. First, we go to elementary school, then high school, and finally enter university. So no one is good or bad for being in a particular stage of their spiritual growth. These are the attitudes of a person who is already in the 5th dimension. Many people resist this evolution, and it's important to understand that no one can force another to understand. Everyone goes through their own process. This is a change that is processed individually. Number 6, they quickly identify toxic people. Identifying toxic people, negative people who complain, is very easy for awakened people. They simply stay away from these individuals because they know that toxic and negative people don't grow and will always try to drag others down. That's why spiritual awakening toward the 5th dimension is not an easy process as many believe. It requires making difficult decisions, distancing oneself from loved ones, because toxic people may be in the same family circle as someone going through this process of evolution. Number 7, they value their intuition. When we are not awakened, we tend to disregard our intuition. Most people complain, saying, if only I had listened to that little voice that told me not to do it, things would have turned out better. Or if I had followed my instinct, I wouldn't be in this situation. This is because during sleep or when we are in a state of rest, our minds often connect more deeply with our intuition. Intuition is that feeling or hunch that tells us what decisions to make or what path to follow, even when we don't have a logical explanation for it. It's instant knowledge without conscious reasoning that arises from our past experiences and most basic instincts. However, when we are not connected with the 5th dimension, we underestimate this inner voice. We are influenced by logical and analytical reasoning as well as by social pressure and our own doubts and insecurities. We focus on the rationale and dismiss the intuitive as something irrational or unreliable. But if we reflect on our past experiences, we can identify those moments when we disregarded our intuition and later regretted not listening to it. That's why we see that people who are already in spiritual awakening in the 5th dimension almost always make the right decisions because they are open to listening to their intuition and value everything it can contribute in difficult situations. Number 8, they live in the present. What does it mean to live in the present? It means not torturing oneself over the past or worrying about the future. Awakened people design their future but don't worry about it. They know where they want to be. Life flows through them and they don't let the present get stuck. Spiritually awakened people tend to live in the present, which means they are aware and fully present in every moment of their lives. They are not trapped in the past or overly concerned about the future. Instead, they focus on the here and now. This mindfulness allows them to experience life with greater intensity and appreciate every detail, from small things to great experiences. Moreover, living in the present also helps them maintain emotional and mental balance, as they are not overwhelmed by negative thoughts or anxieties about what might happen. Finally, the ninth attitude is that they are creative and spontaneous. Awakened people who live in the fifth dimension have a deep connection with their creativity and intuition. By being more aligned with their true selves, they find inspiration in their environment and within themselves, allowing them to express their creativity spontaneously. They don't need to force their creativity because it flows naturally through them. Additionally, they are spontaneous in their actions and decisions, trusting their intuition to guide them at every moment. This doesn't mean they are irresponsible or impulsive, but rather that they have the ability to quickly adapt to situations and act authentically and genuinely. Their creativity and spontaneity allow them to live life more fully, without being limited by expectations or social norms. I hope this video has served as a guide in your spiritual awakening toward the fifth dimension. Don't forget to give it a like and share this knowledge with your friends, family, or someone else who might need it. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. Activate the notification bell so we can see you next time.